Welcome to another episode of Open Mic. I'm Mark Murphy, CEO of Atlatl Software, joined today by Zach Cooper, Director of Sales. Zach, just in the past 2 weeks, I've read 2 articles on the factory of the future. And I actually reached out to one of the authors last night and said, what about sales? These articles and this factory of the future concept talks about the tremendous advancements that are happening on the shop floor today. 3D printing, additive manufacturing, IoT, sensors. And all that's really focused within the 4 walls of a factory or a digital factory. But what we're talking about is you can't really take full advantage of all this evolution on the shop floor and then start your sales process in an analog environment. And as we're out with manufacturers all the way up to enterprise level, they're still working analog sales process and expect to take full advantage of what's going on the shop floor. So we've talked a lot about a case for sales in Industry 4.0, and really hits home when you get to customers that are selling and quoting in Excel and then starting their digital process when you get to the shop floor. So when you're talking to customers, how do we think about extending that out to sales? What are the approaches, the tools, and the impacts that's having with our customers?
Manufacturers have to modernize their sales process. We were at a show last week, and sales reps have these innovative digital solutions and products to be showcasing. I was sitting in an autonomous vehicle, but my experience from a customer, from a sales rep perspective, had not changed. And implementing CRM is the first step, but something I consistently hear in the market, specific to quoting, is we have no way to track what's going on with our quotes once they go out the door. That's just not acceptable in our modern age. And when you're looking at your sales operation, yes, it's important to be investing in marketing tools to expand sales' reach, but what are you doing once you can engage that customer? Having an Excel-driven process, having a paper or an email-driven process is just not going to compete in the saturated competitive market that we live in. My first suggestion is you need to start evaluating and researching sales enablement technology, whether that's tools that sales can enhance their market reach, or whether that's tools that can accelerate their sales cycle, or most importantly, tools that are going to save them time so they have more time to achieve success when it comes to quota attainment, customer satisfaction, and closing the deal.
And an experience.
Absolutely.
A full digital experience from the very starting point of that customer getting interest in that product.
I was at a dinner the other night, Mark, talking about digital transformation, and experience was one of the themes. And my argument is you need to be considering not only what is your customer experience, but what is your sales rep's experience. Because if I'm evaluating the market across suppliers for who I want to sell for, it comes down to whoever's going to enable me to sell quickest, fastest, and most successful. And when you're dealing with manufactured equipment, capital equipment, engineered equipment, the only way to successfully sell that in today's world with today's buyer is visual. Psychology proves that visual from a customer experience creates a seamless buying process. And when you're introducing sales enablement technology, you have to be considering visual selling strategies. Because not only can it benefit your sales team, it can benefit your marketing team. If you want to embed that on your website, it can benefit your engineering team from not having to support sales from a quoting perspective. And most importantly, it's going to ensure you're the preferred supplier to sell for and to buy from, because you're approaching the market with a modernized sales process.
Absolutely. Thank you. We have an article on our website called A Case for Sales in Industry 4.0. please reach out to us at www.atlatlsoftware.com.